All right, welcome to the Benchwarmers Banter.
Yes.
Yes, we are warming the bench. We've kept it warm for you.
We can keep you warm also, guys, if you're not. It's getting cold outside.
Yes, so welcome to episode 2 and
I just realized I can't say that. No. We can keep, my wife will kick me out of the house.
right. So, yes, thank you for all the support that we got from episode 1 itself. It's
Yeah,
like,
the response was overwhelming. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for everyone that left comments. We read all of them. Thank you for the people that actually took the time out to watch. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Thank you for calling us out on clickbaiting Hamilton.
The Hamilton.
That's exactly the point. See, I understand 500 views or 400 views are not a big deal in the whole grand scheme of YouTube ecosystem, but
For us, it is.
for us,
Yeah.
like two grown men being childish on camera, and there are 500 people who watched it, I think that is,
We appreciate it.
yeah, we appreciate it, and I hope you would continue to stick around. Hope we also give you some really nice content.
Hopefully.
So let's get into today's
Yeah.
we had an amazing weekend. How was your weekend?
My weekend was extremely hectic, but I'm so glad that I was able to catch the race.
Yes.
What about you?
I think in this season, Dutch GP has to be in the top 3 races.
Yeah, I would probably put it number 1 actually.
Actually,
Just from the-
Silverstone would be a little.
But from a, should we just dive right into it?
Yes,
From
go for it.
So the fact that the championship has kind of swung now
Yeah.
away from. I mean, there are two ways to look at it. One way is that, so apparently now the 35-point difference between them it's something that has never been overcome.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I've not fact checked it. If I'm wrong, please let me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge thing. Lando's DNF. Apparently, his first in 4 years, which I didn't know. So
Oh, Lando's never DNF'd, is
yeah,
it?
first time in 4 years that he's DNF'd. So McLaren has been crazy reliable. They were not always fast, but
Yeah.
huge swing in the championship.
I mean, that must be heartbreaking for Lando for all the. I mean, this is the first race coming into the summer break, and they were pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah, very
and
close.
he drove a perfect race. First of all, to lose pole position in 1/10 of a second, that itself should break your heart. And on top of that, you are catching up the race leader,
And then
and see, the idea is damage limitation, right? Like
Yeah.
you're still in the vicinity of the points. Maybe 8 to 15 point gap. We can still one bad weekend for Oscar, and then you can still
back,
completely back in the fight. 35 points is heartbreaking.
yeah,
But I would say Silverstone was for me still the top race of the season for what it did to the whole ecosystem as a whole, right? Because it happened right after the F1 movie, and we had a bunch of new fans watching F1 for the first time, and that was the race, which had firstly Silverstone, which is iconic, followed by Reigns, and then Hamilton expected to be on the podium, and we really wanted him to. Not happening, and then Max spinning, which is the rarest
thing
thing
that you can see. Yeah,
ever, and Max spinning in wets, right? And then you had Hulk, where he broke a 238 race curse of not having a podium. That race was something else. So I would still put Silverstone above Dutch.
Speaking of maiden podiums, what do you think about Isack Hadjar? I mean, as someone, I'm not a big Racing Bulls fan. I was not even an Isack Hadjar fan. But for someone to, if you remember famously, he went off track in Australia, very tricky
before the
conditions.
Start of the race.
And he was emotional, and
Yeah.
Helmut Marko was like, what is this guy doing? And
Embarrassing us.
yeah, and like so harsh on the young guy. And then the fact he has been amazing all through this year. He's had pace that
Yeah.
he's not as as highly ranked as people put Kimi or they put Ollie.
Yeah.
And all, they have that ranking that F1 shows of
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the rookies.
Yeah.
But he came away with a podium, so great job.
Mad fellow. I see. I kind of liked him a lot. See, I am a content creator kind of person. I usually like it when brands go all in on doing content, right? Like Duolingo is one of those brands who are absolutely amazing, right? So they have such Duolingo vibes, right? They are mad when it comes to content racing goals, right? And they have to be, because who's gonna think, you know what? I will not buy Max Verstappen merchandise. I will buy the Racing Bulls merchandise instead,
I will
right?
support Isack Hadjar.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. So for them, they have to be a marketing company. Their marketing has to be like superb to make any sort of fandom for themselves. And these two rookies, Lawson, I'm putting him as a rookie here, right? They both have done so well on the content side of things, right? So I've always had that soft corner for Isack, because
Spoken like such a creator, like such an influencer guy, like ranked him straight. Like his content is amazing. Like
yeah, not his content, Racing
Yeah,
Bulls
Racing Bull,
content is amazing, and he's a good sport.
Yeah.
Now, next thing is him being under the radar. I don't agree with that. I'll tell you one thing. Every race commented that Isack Hadjar finished better than Yuki and made a point out of it. It's not that surprising. What was surprising was, I think P5 was his best,
Yeah.
right? So he was one step above that. P4 was supposed to be his thing. It's just unlucky that Lando like DNF'd and Hadjar like got onto the podium, and suddenly, see, these are people. Okay, I'm gonna criticize some fans here, right? This will get me cancelled probably. People who don't watch Formula One and consume Formula One on Instagram and go through the results. Oh, Charles Leclerc is on pole, and then repost it on their story. But don't watch qualifying, don't watch race. They are the people who would be surprised by
him being on.
being there, because every other race this guy has been phenomenal, and he has been a weird talking point. He might not be a sensational talking point, but the fact that he was always better than the second Red Bull, there is a reason why he is in F1, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen his reaction time at Monaco?
No, I'm not. I missed that.
So basically, in F2, there is a clip of another F2 car going slow in the tunnel, and Hadjar.
I've seen that clip.
That
I
is
didn't know that
Hadjar.
was.
That is Hadjar.
Oh.
Right? There are a lot of memes which say like this was the moment Hadjar earned his F1
F1.
seat and all of that. But that is Hadjar. So this guy has always been a talking point. It's just that people now suddenly he's on the podium. He's like, who is this? Right? We all knew who he was. He was the candidate. We've been telling from race 3 that Hadjar outperforming Tsunoda was going to get him into the second Red Bull seat, which he might not like. This is a conversation that has been going on, right? So I wouldn't be that we shouldn't be that surprised that the podium eventually came.
But the fact that it's Racing Bull's first podium in 3 years or something. When was the last one that they had? I don't even
I think was it Pierre Gasly?
it probably is Pierre Gasly.
After Pierre Gasly, who was in Racing Bulls?
Was it Albon?
Albon wasn't in.
No, he was straight into
Yeah.
right.
Albon was for half a season. Pierre Gasly got demoted, and that's when he got the podium for. He got twice. One was P2, and the other one was P1.
And the fact that he's like we saw how Daniel Ricciardo. Of course, the car is a lot faster this year, but for me it was more about. Like all the stuff you just said blew my mind, because he was under the radar completely. I am more of the Kimi Ollie camp. I mean Ollie, we all know he's going to step into that Ferrari sooner rather than later. So I rate him very highly. Kimi is the I don't know now. Has he lost his Italian citizenship? I'm not
Uh,
sure. There's some
There,
news about-
I saw another post that followed up with that Italian citizenship was that he went to see Fred Vasseur and apologize because he couldn't see Charles or something, and Fred was okay with it. So they were like, okay, citizenship is renewed.
So he even his Instagram post. So he said apologize to Charles and the
Italians.
no, the official Ferrari Instagram account said like we're okay. It's okay, Kimi. It happens and all of
my
that. And I
God,
was
yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, Italians, man.
I mean, yeah. What is the?
I think considering that he's going into Monza, it's it's good to set things straight before he gets mobbed or something.
I mean, we have so many things to talk about. Since we're on this topic of Kimi,
Yeah.
what did you think of? Okay, let's go. Let's start from since we're talking about rookies. What have
Yeah.
you thought of his season so far, and what was that move on Charles?
See, I think, okay, commentators, I think it was Coulthard who said this. It was just lack of experience in the track and in general, knowing when to go wheel to wheel kind of thing. That line that he took to race Charles Leclerc on that corner was he was never making that
Absolutely.
corner without colliding at that speed, right? So it was more a rookie error kind of thing. Also, it's going to damage his confidence a lot because this is right after a bunch of poor races, poor results in the just before the summer break, and the hope was that you reset and you have a fresh start and you have a fresh slate to start after the summer break. So to DNF would be really hurtful, and he also got penalties, right?
Technically not DNF, yeah, and he got 2. So he got a 10-second penalty for the collision with Charles and a 5-second for overspeeding in the pit lane. And did you hear Toto's radio after that? When
No.
He was like, so he obviously Kimi apologized to the
Yeah.
team because he was running in the points and now
Yeah,
and then Toto was like, he's like, I'll try, and Toto was just like this big brother father figure was like, that's all we ask, Kimi, that's all we ask, that you just keep trying. And I'm like, wow,
Oh,
what
wow.
yeah.
I mean, Toto is being Toto-ish.
I mean, I from what I've seen, like I don't know if this is a rumor, but what I heard was when they put him and George Russell on track
Yeah.
for testing,
Yeah.
the main reason, because there were a lot of people that wanted that Mercedes seat.
Yeah.
Alonso was linked to it for some time.
Yeah.
They had Carlos
Carlos
Sainz
Sainz, yeah.
was very interested, but apparently they put Kimi in because he was within a tenth of George across a Mercedes. So they ran him in the older car, and he was within a tenth, and all his braking points, and the fact that because F1 is all about data, you have to
Yeah.
look at the data and learn
Yeah.
where you can improve, and he was lightning on that. So probably we'll see a better Kimi.
I also have a controversial take there. Like, I think Sainz should have gotten that Mercedes seat, and Kimi in his rookie year should have been in Williams.
So there was this thing the other day that there was a reason that I feel George Russell overstayed in Williams. He was there probably, but they didn't have a place to
Place
put
for
in.
him, yeah.
But I think it helped him. Like Russell is obviously the Osama bin Russell is his name now. But I don't like him as a, like, I wouldn't rate him as high as like Charles and Max and all, but Russell is a good racer.
Yeah.
There was a reason that he was there in that Williams seat for some time. It helps you work on racecraft.
Yeah.
18-year-olds, if you're in F1, you're
Yeah.
going up against the best. So there's a lot of commentary about that look at how they're introducing Ollie into the fold.
Yeah.
It's very obvious that he's going to get that Ferrari drive, but he has some time. By the way, Ollie P6, his best finish ever.
He started from the pit lane.
He was lucky with the safety car timing of all of that, but still he was there, didn't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
So
the other championship material who went from P19 to P7 was Lance Stroll.
Future world champion, if you remember.
Yeah. Nothing. See, he hits the wall in practice 1, hits the wall in practice 2, misses qualifying, and then finishes in points for
ahead of Alonso. and you have Alonso with his frustrated radio and just like you guys, I
Do
feel so.
something, man. Undercut. Do
Yeah,
something.
and then I like how Crofty was like, these guys are going till the end. It's a one-stopper. Who will you undercut? There's no point of an undercut. Speaking of
man.
trying to undercut,
Yeah.
the main man Charles, unfortunately with that move, but there are a couple of things I want to discuss. First thing is, what did you think of? There were two overtakes that were
Okay.
amazing, which I feel.
Okay.
One is where he cut back on the inside and overtook
George, yeah.
And then, of course, the controversial one that it's all over Twitter.
Uh-huh.
First thing is, have you seen the photo where he's on the chicane and he's all four wheels off track?
No, I haven't seen the photo
So
yet.
technically, they're like,
Okay.
did they make this decision because the next race is Monza and they can't?
Okay, send him with a penalty.
Because already Lewis got one. Lewis got one for double
Speeding
red
in
yellows
yeah.
before the race. They're like, he's finding ways to get. I really, I have no words. It's like he's using. My thinking is he's using up all his bad luck in this season.
So that
next year, world champion. I don't know.
On that topic, Toto Wolff today has said something which was so depressing to hear. That he says, Lewis Hamilton is like Michael Schumacher. Everybody remembers Michael as a 7-time world champion with Ferrari, or like his career at Ferrari. Nobody remembers his Mercedes stints, and that's exactly how Lewis is going to be remembered, for his Mercedes stint, and nobody will remember the Ferrari stint. This is Toto Wolff.
I can't tell you how that hurts. Like, I just feel like I felt it here. Like, my gosh.
Scam, man. I think Lewis...
By the way, Lewis broke the streak for the
longest Ferrari driver without a podium.
And considering the drivers that we've had in that second seat, I've said it now, second seat, officially said.
Last podcast's answer has come in this podcast.
Can you, like, out of like F1 bingo for 2025, Lewis Hamilton going the longest without getting a podium at Ferrari is something I...
So should you consider sprint races as podiums?
I don't. I don't.
See, I'm giving you reasons to be happy, okay?
No, I hope they remove... I mean, the sprints are leaving, so...
Are you sure?
That's what I heard. 2026, no more sprints. I'm hoping that is the case, because...
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what can I say?
So, let's talk about the podium. Oscar.
So, I don't like both of them, okay? They're both McLaren drivers. I don't like both of them, but I rate Lando as a race driver. I rate him better than Oscar, and that just kind of shows how much Oscar has improved this year. I feel like he's really stepped up, and he like even his introduction to F1 is such a, like, he just showed it
Such
there,
a
like
meme.
Yeah, the most famous F1 Twitter post
I
ever.
will not be racing for Alpine.
Yeah, like without my knowledge, and it became like a meme template for even the F1 drivers. So I think that shows his headspace. The guy is so cool under pressure.
Yeah.
Like
He's the Aussie of all Aussies.
He's got that steel, like, and if you've heard his radio messages, like, I think Lando he's trying to come into that Zen mode, because even Lando recently, when he's not been winning, did you hear the pep talk he got after the race?
Yeah. Oh, you were so good.
You were fast. You were fast. And I'm like, Oscar doesn't need that. Like, Oscar's just, okay, he's winning, and he's like, okay, the car's fast, I'm winning.
Yeah.
And I think
Imagine Ferrari engineers for Lando. Imagine Ferrari engineers for anyone.
I wish that upon them.
How are Ferrari engineers so good and bad at the same time, man? Another podium sitter, Max Verstappen, went under the radar through the race. Except the whole weekend, I think, except for that P1 crash after practice he had, like with the practice start, I think he was so uneventful. Like, he was just there in the top 10.
His job.
And suddenly Q3, man puts it at P3 and race start. What was that overtake on Lando? Oh my God. I mean, any other driver, I don't know, if they overtake on the outside and the car skids like that, you would probably wet yourself. What was that save? And when you go into turn three, he made sure he blocked Lando's line.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, again, he was on soft tires, it was going to degrade anyway. And Lando was in the superior car, so he was going to overtake anyway. But he tried.
I liked his comment after that. He's like, just because I can't keep up with them doesn't mean I won't try having fun. And I'm like, this guy.
This guy is something else.
I mean, the reserves of talent that you have is something else.
Yeah, I know. But speaking of talent, I think Isack stole the show. Again, racing bulls, like on the podium, not just that, driver of the day. So I think he well deserved. I made a Instagram post on Hadjar, and I think that was also one of my personal most viewed carousel at the time of this recording anyways. So audience also seemed to resonate with the fact that Isack Hadjar is a podium sitter, and I think the day I put it up, Sunday evening after the race, like within 2 hours 30 people had reposted it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, on their own stories, and like it's almost like watching people put up the F1 official account ka stories, like, it felt like that. A lot of people had put my stuff up. So yeah, what did you think of Charles' illegal overtake?
So usually, see, I'm a big fan of, as like I said, I rate him just below max.
Yeah.
But usually his overtakes are pretty clean. This time I felt like he felt that was his only chance. You know how Zandvoort is.
Zandvoort.
But it's you've got gravel on the sides. It's a narrow track. It's not the easiest to overtake.
Yeah.
And he saw a gap, and as someone famously said, "You're not a racing driver.
If you don't go for a gap, even if it is outside the racing track."
And I mean, see, the Ferrari was not that slow. We had the pace of the Mercedes.
Yeah.
But I would have liked it if it was cleaner. But my guys, I mean, I was up clapping when he made that move. Like it was
I think the commentators were also so taken aback and surprised. Like, cool thought was like, "What you said? What is it?" Like, oh god.
And there's this clip of so Russell saying, "Oh, who overtakes there? No one does it," and stuff. And then someone on Twitter put up, Charles did the same thing on Oscar last year. He went around the outside of that. So yeah, I mean, racing incident in the end, but
incident in this case,
just an incident.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
hopefully some more luck from Monza.
Yeah,
please.
cool. All right. I know we've spoken a lot about the Dutch GP. We have Monza coming. So I put up a thread today. I'm like that. I don't use Twitter. I use threads. Yeah. So I got a lot of comments. I said, clean slate. Maybe Lewis's first podium would be Monza with Ferrari. And people, there are two kinds of people. The Delulus and the Solulus. Delulus are like, yes, let's go. Oh my god, it will be true. So here's the thing. I have a weird streak going on in my account, okay? 2 days before the British GP, I put up a thread that said, everybody here is hoping for Hamilton's podium, and here I am hoping for Hulk first podium. And it happened. And then yesterday, or during the Dutch GP, just before the start of the GP, I put up a picture of Isack Hadjar and I said, imagine if Isack gets a podium before Yuki. And exactly happened. So I have this hot streak going of my predictions coming true. Okay, so my prediction is Lewis is getting his first podium with Ferrari in Monza.
As much as I would love to agree with that, the Ferrari traditionally is not good around Monza. We have had...
Hey, I don't agree. I have stats to prove it.
Okay.
Last 10 races. Today I was supposed to make a reel on this, so I was just digging through this. In the last 10 races, from 2014 to 2024, there has been only one podium where there was not a single Ferrari car.
2020.
Yeah. Every other race has had at least
A podium.
one Ferrari car on the podium.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you're saying it, yeah, but okay.
Yeah. So it's just that I think Kimi won it, Vettel won it, Leclerc had won it twice, and in every other race, Sainz was in the
Carlos was
podium,
the one, yeah.
or who else? I mean, yeah, either Charles Leclerc or Sainz. Either one of them was always on the podium. Vettel was also
there.
on the podium.
Yeah. So my issue, so that's I think our different perspectives on these fandoms. You remember the podiums. I remember the pole positions and lost races.
I know.
Because 2023 we had Carlos on pole. If I'm right, someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I remember that horrible yellow livery that they had in 2023. And last year Charles was not on pole. He did that amazing tire management masterclass and somehow got a win.
Yeah.
But we have never been the fastest car around there, at least in race trim.
Yeah.
2019 when we won, again 2019 we won't speak of why we won and what was in that engine. But Charles very famously defended like his life. And if you go back and watch, because I watched that video a lot, some of those moves are so borderline. He is moving under braking. He is doing everything. He's driving his life out to keep Hamilton behind him. So yeah, it's traditionally not. We don't do too well at like low drag circuits.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. But
So you know who does really well at low drag circuits?
are you going to say like Haas or Williams?
Max Verstappen.
Of course. Yes. I mean, but which circuit does Max not do well at? Like my guys.
No, I mean in the sense Red Bull and their package for this year.
But this year it won't be the case. So this year, because McLaren have kind of taken that, so F1 cars are all about aero efficiency.
Yeah.
So Red Bull could afford to run more downforce because the car was so aero efficient. Their DRS, I remember there was this stat where like Ferrari would gain 10k or 15k when the DRS was open. Red Bull was gaining 23, 25. Like it was just some Adrian Newey magic on the thing. And that is why they were able to run more downforce. More downforce, less sliding, more grip, less tire wear, all of that. Now I think that whole aero efficiency thing has shifted to McLaren. I think that is the most aero efficient car in F1, and I think they are going to just run away with this race.
Well, hopefully it is one McLaren on podium, one Ferrari and Max.
Yeah. Or it
That's
could be
my
Yuki's
prediction.
turn finally. Who knows? He'll surprise us.
I
all.
think if Yuki gets a podium in Monza next week, I will color my hair purple.
To everyone watching this, it is your responsibility to hold him to that. If there is a Yuki Tsunoda podium, we will live stream it from his Instagram account and we will color his hair. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the likelihood of that happening is like Jesus will come sooner than that. So,
Okay, let's see.
also, I think enough about Formula One. I want to move to football because we had an exciting weekend in football as well.
Okay.
And I would like to take this time to introduce the third member of our podcast who has been sitting idle and silent. Josh, can you move the pan?
He's
the
feeling
camera?
a little shy, guys.
Yeah,
so-
feeling a little shy. Yes, can we pan it? Yes.
And as you can see very clearly,
Yeah.
he's supporting. He loves both these clubs equally.
Yeah.
So he's
It's-
a fan of Manchester in general.
In general, on the left side of his heart is Manchester United, and the right side is Manchester City. So he doesn't know which one to pick. Both are shit anyway. So yeah.
I'm going to get so much hate comments for that. So much. I know two of my friends who are going to leave hate comments on it because of that.
Yeah, man, I know. I mean, who cares?
So, guys, please leave a comment and just help him pick which club to support. Please.
Yeah, leave a comment because yeah, he needs to choose which leg to shoot himself in. That's what it is. So yes, like I mentioned, man supported United and supports United and City, and there is a reason why he didn't show up to the podcast, and we have to use a dummy prop because United and City had a great week last week. Uh, one lost to Tottenham and Brighton, and the other lost to some yeah, some Hogwarts team you mentioned.
No, but United won their last match.
I mean, yeah,
There was
that's okay, but yeah. Okay, then he can choose United. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a good
Yeah,
reason for him
he
to.
can, yeah.
Yeah, the better of the two, right? So.
Yeah. We'll get the Manchester United fan club in our.
I'm gonna get roasted.
They're going
so hard. But anyways, it feels good to be on the top of the table. We had at Liverpool had
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Yes.
We at Liverpool.
Had-
I like how you casually. Does that mean you have picked a team to support?
I was always a secret Liverpool supporter. It's just that I've come public with it.
Oh, and I like. Okay, good.
See, the
timing.
thing is, can I also say why I chose Liverpool? Okay, I was never a football fan. I just started watching last season, pretty much towards the end, and this season, right? But I used to, before I had like friends, I used to watch some of the highlights and documentaries about British football, English football, and stuff like that. And one of the things that s- even now I remember vividly was I think there was a documentary I saw of Liverpool winning the league where they were down 3-0 in half time, and then they score 3 goals in the second half, and then it goes to the penalties, and then Liverpool. Do you remember which year this was? I think it was against Aston Villa or something like that. I don't know. I might be wrong. Again, for me, I don't even remember the opponent. I just remember, I think Steven Gerrard was Liverpool, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very, I think 2006, 7, 8,
Yeah,
sometime
Gerrard
in
was on that.
in those days. So I remember watching Steven Gerrard captaining at the time, I think, if I'm not wrong. So Liverpool, I knew was a club that had a history, and I knew it was one of the oldest clubs, and it split from Everton, and Everton was the OG club there, and then in that city there were need for two clubs or something like that, and then that's how Liverpool was formed and all of that.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. And the thing is, like last episode that I mentioned, Top Gear kind of shapes a lot of my thoughts about British humor and in general. And for some reason, Jeremy Clarkson hates Liverpool people. And he hates half of the British.
No, that is if you speak to like any, because I'm like a complete football noob, but
Yeah.
like someone was explaining to me. So I know Liverpool and United are fierce rivals.
Yeah.
But then United and City also are fierce rivals. But then United and Everton are also fierce rivals.
And
like
Everton and Liverpool are also.
everyone just hates
Everybody-
everyone. And that's like football culture, which I like. I find it very easy to hate people, so maybe I should pick a club.
Yeah. So Liverpool was always considered okay. The way Top Gear puts Liverpool, paints Liverpool, is it's full of people who steal stuff. Remember that episode where they have a Porsche Panamera in the studio, and one comedian from Liverpool comes in the guest appearance, and then May says, "What did I tell you about bringing someone from Liverpool?" And then they pan the car and the wheels are missing. So I always I didn't get the jokes at all, but then I think last season, I mean, you always start supporting the winners, right? When you get into a sport. So this was the year I decided to get into football. or watch it a little more regularly. See, the thing is, for a guy who, I, the person I am, I'm the kind of person who would, if I put thought into something, I will obsess over it. This guy claims to have like watched every game, and he has slept through all of his games, and he watches highlights in the morning.
He, like, we shouldn't roast him when he's not there to defend himself. Actually, that's the perfect time. What am I saying? He picked Australia. Like, we're going into like his lore where no one even knows him. But he picked Australia, and he says, "Oh, it's because what Australia was. I liked something about the way they played and all that is crap. They were winning. They were the dominant team. They won." And he started following City after all the oil money came in. 2014 is when he started watching. So my guy is very much in the same thing.
He watches highlights in the morning and be like, "Hey, when Pool loses, man, I'll come and cook you. Hey, first you come here to defend yourself." Yeah. So that is one guy. Yeah. I think the week has been highlights of people named Isack and Alexander.
Okay.
Because I just found out yesterday Hadjar's full name is Isack Alexander Hadjar.
Okay.
And Liverpool just signed, I think, one of the biggest, most expensive signings of the year. They bought a striker from Newcastle.
Okay.
His name is Alexander Isack, or it's spelled Isack, Isak. Okay, so Liverpool now has, I think, Newcastle's striker. He was the highest goal scorer for Newcastle last season as well, and he has some mad stats. So now that Liverpool is a club that is still in mourning, to be honest. They lost one of their players, right? Passed away. So they are still not 100% yet. Their team is just taking shape for the week. They are not playing at their 100%, and they still seem to be on top of the table. So I'm just happy. I've chosen a winning club. At least for a year, I'll be happy, I guess.
The way you frame that is like you've just entered a stock at the right time. Like you're just
I bought the stock at the right time.
Yeah, you're like, I made some profit. I'm sitting on some profit. I'm sounding good. Like,
yeah, so it is what it is. I liked the Szoboszlai, his goal against Arsenal. I think I have, see, again, while, before you all say that, oh, you just started watching the season, doesn't mean I've never seen football ever in my life. Okay, I obviously see a lot of highlights and goal montages and stuff like that. That free kick was something else. It was shot from, I think, quite a long distance, and it cleared the wall, curved, and hit the corner of the post, and then bounced into the net. Wow. And it was like, top left corner, pretty much. So the goalkeeper, even though he moved and predicted in the right direction, he just couldn't reach to block. So I think that was one of the cleanest free kick that I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
I think everybody was like blown away by it. So it's not like I'm just hyping it up. It is like a legit good strike. But then I was just hoping that it wasn't a 0-0 draw, because it was just back and forth, in the sense that there was no obvious shots on target or no obvious dominance from one team. And towards the last 10 minutes, I think Arsenal had 80% ball possession. Okay, I was like, please don't equalize. But then, we managed to survive the whole Arsenal push towards the end. But yeah, we are on top of the table. I mean, it's only 3 games, but we won all 3, unlike certain clubs.
I saw that post. They were like all the City hate, and apparently City is 12th and United is 8th or something on the table. And I am like, that must sting for a City fan. That must sting.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, Brighton. I saw that the first half they scored a goal, and because the game was happening during the race, Monza, sorry, Dutch GP. I saw the goal and I was like, yeah, right, yeah. City obviously going to score against Brighton. So I finished the race and I'm looking at the same. Lost.
I heard they were 2-0 up and then they
No,
lost.
1-0 up and they lost 2-1.
Oh. If I was a City fan,
Yeah.
I can't take panga with football.
Oh my God.
They're scarier than Italian F1 fans.
Yeah. So, it's all banters, my friend. Yeah. Roast us if you want in the comments. We don't care.
Yeah.
We will probably read and laugh with you. So,
No, I will cry a little bit, but it's okay. I'll still read. It's fine.
so one other segment that we thought we should do in our podcast is I don't use Twitter or anything. So I just browse through Instagram and some memes I like. But Glenn is a Twitter merchant. He lives and breathes hatred in the form of Twitter. It runs in his veins.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all the dank memes, everything he has access to. There are obviously certain things we can't share on the podcast
Yes.
because we will get demonetized.
We'll get cancelled before we get started. So let's.
Yeah, so but we also wanted to have a segment where we talk Twitter and how Twitter reacted to the week. Okay, before we get started with the segment, I just wanted to say this portion of the segment is brought to you by a drink. This could be you. Okay, Red Bull, are you watching? Yeah.
No, they're not. They're not.
I will send it to a bunch of Red Bull employees. They better be watching. This segment can be sponsored by you. Wink, wink. Yeah.
You know,
so-
I took it as a win that my wife and my mom watched it, and you are reaching straight for Red Bull. Clearly, we have different expectations going on here. But
Yes. Okay, let's go. Shoot.
Okay, the first one, I love this. So we will put it over here, okay?
Okay.
Our editing team will
Yes.
make sure that our
That is,
professional editors.
we have a professional editor called Anderson who will edit it tomorrow morning. Yeah.
So this one says Leclerc's 2025 Dutch GP without context is just Mr. Bean sitting in that field. Because
He was stuck with his phone. Where did
He
the
was-
phone come from?
exactly, and then so the next one is by F1 troll. Mom, come pick me up. And it took him so long to get picked up. What was that?
There were so many cinematic pictures of
Of him, yeah. He's like, my guy never forgets. I love this, okay? I don't have a screenshot of it, but one of the guys who knows him well, one of the F1 Twitter guys, they're like, so you know how he was sitting there and they had all the cameramen
Yeah,
around
yeah.
him? They're like, this is going to be his post saying, oh, it was a difficult weekend on Instagram. And it exactly was that. He's the most cinematic possible way, like, difficult weekend, guys, but we're going to be back in Monza. My guy is just...
Yeah.
I like this one by Daniel Valent. If Charles Leclerc didn't have bad luck, he would have no luck at all. I mean, this is so.
enough.
You know how after Charles was stuck, Lando was also stuck,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
went and sat in
Sat
the corner,
in-
and then
yeah.
they were showing both of them as the
And
cars
I
were going
think,
by.
I think that there was one wholesome moment of Max fans singing "Do Lando Norris."
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah,
was
they
not
were
able to
singing
hear
that,
that.
and Lando looks back and waves at them.
Oh.
See, Max Verstappen fans are so wholesome. Okay,
Of course.
I am a Max Verstappen fan.
Of
I'm
course.
very wholesome.
Of
Okay,
course.
I just finished roasties.
My absolute favorite Twitter picture was,
Yeah.
do you remember Alonso's summer break picture?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
famous on the thing.
Yeah.
So they took every compilation of an F1 driver
Hmm.
and they stuck it into this one picture. Okay. People are so, they did it within like minutes, okay? And I'm like, how
Ah.
clever do you have to be to do
Yeah.
these things?
Yeah, perfect.
And probably something for our younger viewers and for all the girls that are into Charles Leclerc. So if you can see it on your screen right now, the summer Antonelli crashed me out. And it's just don't think they could put some might turn pretty because he's already very pretty. I don't know.
Aw.
So yeah, I have one last one,
Yeah.
which is very controversial, and you need some F1 knowledge about this.
Okay.
So they said Ferrari can't even do crash gate properly.
Why?
If you know what that means, and if you actually are good cracking up as hard as we are, please put it in the comments. Let your fellow viewers know what Crashgate was, why it's so controversial, and yeah, Ferrari can't even do Crashgate properly. Horrible, horrible. Oh.
Ah, man. I think the best part about all sports communities are the communities, man. It's not even the sport. 'Cause yeah, so yeah, I know it's not a funny thing, but I saw some observation that Liverpool had signed 3 players in this transfer window, and the first 2 players were announced early. Okay, and in the photo that was announced, like the photo that was used to announce, right, on Instagram, there were 3 red color chairs, and the first announcement, the player was on the leftmost corner of the seat, and then the second announcement came, and he was sitting in the middle seat. So at that time, people weren't like even aware that Isack was in conversation or he's being talked about and all of that. So someone made an Instagram reel. I think I'll leave the handle of the guy somewhere. He made a reel saying, I think Liverpool are teasing us. There is going to be one more big signing. And he made the reel, I think, a month and a half ago. And he said, there is one more seat vacant because there are 3 chairs, only 2 are filled. So there is one more big transfer cooking. And he, for whatever reason, put a picture of Virgil van Dijk turning back and looking at Alexander Isack and smirking. Okay. And today, when the announcement was done, Isack was sitting on the 3rd chair.
Oh.
Which is like, I don't know if they did it on purpose,
Or he just got lucky with
the prediction, but that was just too uncanny for me. Like how it's like when Lewis's entry to Italian or whatever that place was, Maranello was announced, where there were 7 windows and a door and all of that. It felt very calculated, a little too calculated. I just hope these players are worth their money, man. I'll get cooked by this guy.
I like how you've chosen to start the season off with violence, because if you start slipping down that order, you're going to be the punchline for every
I'm
joke.
not going to go below 12. Okay? So I'm still better than him.
I don't know. We shall find out soon enough.
Poor guy. Not there to defend himself, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, then. Let us know if you like this Twitter section. We are actually looking for, we are experimenting. We are looking for feedback from
Everyone,
you in general about what you liked, what is boring, and things like that, so that we just optimize our podcast. And we are also thinking of upping our production in terms of the number of episodes that we put out, because we don't want you to wait for like a full week before you see the next episode, especially when cricket happens, where ideally you would love it if the opinions are immediate, so that you can come and join and watch. For us, if we record after a week, we would forget half the things that happened, so it'll be fresh in our mind. So I also believe that we want to do more episodes per week. And do let us know what was your favorite moment in the Dutch GP, as well as in football, whichever club you support. Just do drop a comment, find your own community in the comment section, I guess.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching along. And if you remember anything, if you take away anything from this episode, it is that I am the loving one and he said all the hateful things. So he has an Instagram account, and you can tell him, go comment there and tell him what you thought of all his football opinions. So, yeah.
All right. I also want to give a shout out to our invisible friend on the other side of the camera, Josh Fernandez, who's been our support in terms of all the tech and stats and everything.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Josh Fernandez. And hopefully, this creature evolves into a human being next episode, and I was told that that is the expectation. So yeah, hopefully you will see a living being here next week. So till then, it's Anderson Formula Tamilan out.
And me, Glendon. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, like what would I do without our tech help and support? Like, share, and subscribe. It is really important for us, and it gives us more motivation to post more. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. See
Thanks,
you
guys.
next week.
See you next week.
Bye.